Welcome, folks, to Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, Oklahoma, home of the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Pistol Pete and the Paddle people are ready. This is a great environment. Today, it's a top 25 matchup. Two teams off to good starts, hoping to build on that and test themselves against another ranked team. As we'll see the number 25 team in the country, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Cowboys will kick this away to start us off. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And here comes the offense out for their first possession of the game. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
And that run goes nowhere against this fired-up defense.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Jefferson. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Trying to extend the play. Looks like he's going to run it. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in a run game, and he's able to do that right here.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Brought down to the 46, good enough for a 1st down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitches to the back. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And he's got his man open downfield. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Using his legs. It's Lane. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm, everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. He moves the ball to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So Oklahoma State's offense out there for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now. It'll be enough for a first down. Brought down at the 43.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's got him on a crossing route. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
I really like the throw here, Chris, but the fake off the play action was just as effective. You saw the second-level defenders freeze for a split second, and that helps open those passing windows.
Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Finds just enough space and makes the first down. The Cowboys come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Got space, looking to score. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And it's up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the grab. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. An inside give now from the shotgun. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Oh, the spin move, and he's got some space here. 4 set of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
He takes it into the end zone. Let's check and see what that marker is about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Looks left and finds his target there. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout or then check him out.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Back to pass. It's O'Neal. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Now here comes the bunch formation. Ball handed off. Fights through the tackler. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense getting set. It's second down. And the quarterback dropping back. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. And the Cowboys will line up to boot it away. Finally, the first punt of the game, hoping to pin them back deep. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Let's take a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner looking to make a play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Oklahoma State offense takes the field. Time is running out before halftime to cut into this now two-possession lead. Back to pass. It's O'Neal looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
That's a big first down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
First down, looking to throw the football. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Looking to throw yet again. Looking right. This one caught. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
And looking to throw now on first down. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40. The Cowboys starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their...
Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum, Kirk, and if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. Right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the offense trots back onto the field here. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for a deep completion. And he is wide open for a huge gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
First and 10 play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there, and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
He's back to throw again on second down. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here,
But I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Jefferson. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. They'll set up for the chip shot on the left hash mark. And that one is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Oklahoma State offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the second half is a handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
He hands it off from the gun, and they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Third down play for this offense. Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the Cowboys looking to crank up the tempo a bit. The back's got it on a counter. Good enough for first down yardage.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
The offense going with the hurry up. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Fights off a defender. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
Boy, after a huge gain on the ground, they come back and throw the football, and the quarterback's on his back. The offensive line's got to do a good job of not just with the run blocking, but taking care of their quarterback and giving him a chance to throw the ball.
That O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle, but first down. And the Cowboys come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Breaking tackles. But the play loses yardage. A very tough second down coming up now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Quarterback keeps the football. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
The Cowboys come to the line with 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has.
He fires this throw and is intercepted. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. They're going to run it. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They'll try and run it with the fullback. Brought down to the 23, good enough for a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
And the runner takes off to his right. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Play action here on first down. Quick throw to his receiver. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. An explosive game, big play, moves the ball inside the 40. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Running back has it on a screen now. They make the tackle, but that screen pass call worked out. They gained the first down yardage. The offense really clicking here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design. Defense gets
put so much pressure on the defense. His unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense.
Quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around.
Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Cowboys offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. First down, looking to throw the ball. He makes the grab. He will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. And the Cowboys will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his second catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done enough.
And he's going to float this one to the right side. The catch is made for a huge pick.
I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
He has first down yardage at the 46. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Takes it inside the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Man, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. And here's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. There's the handoff.
But coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
And the extra point was up and good. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. He's running out of time here. He's looking to scramble. So they make the tackle, what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. So this team is beginning to stack wins now against really high-quality opposition. You wonder what the ceiling for this group is.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is a football team right now that's playing with a lot of confidence. I like the way that they are progressing. We'll just have to see how far they can continue to progress and where it'll take them.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Power football with the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Just steamrolling his way through. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, getting it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. And then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Trying to barge in. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this open drive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Rice Owls offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The pitch. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Rice rushes to the line. Looking to throw on second down. Quarterback adapting. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch them off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Steps away to find some room. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Trying play action. Flips it out in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Throws to the back. Picked off. Bringing it back. The 20. Touchdown. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's going to pass on second down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And the Owls want to move quickly. On the option. Still on his feet at the 45. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
You know, you don't need to be an absolute blazer to have success running the football as a QB. You just need to know where to pick your spots, finding holes, reading blocks, falling forward. This quarterback does all.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. He wants to throw. He's got his man.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Moving to running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jefferson. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Using his feet. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal for the offense. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll immediately call timeout.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And he'll be brought down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Rice takes over. The Owls ready to get that offense cooking again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree. So it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Now the toss. Plows through the defense. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. They're trying to get to it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. The snap sets up the throw. Setting up the screen. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
A little release to the back. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Gonna run it. It's Lane. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to barge their way in, and the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, and I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
You get down here in the red zone, and you get close to the end zone, and you get goal-to-go situations, you've got to be physical, and I love teams that can run the football. They run the football, hand it to the running back, he does the rest, puts it in the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Rice rushes to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed near the marker, it's Conrad. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Owls getting set on 1st and 10. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying, and a great job. Credit to the quarterback.
Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Handoff from the gun. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football.
The expressway is wide open. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he's dragged down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
A big play for the defense with the 1st down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but They've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball play. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So the SMU Mustangs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams, regardless of which side of the ball.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
He's got an open man. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Looking to throw, it's awesome. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he made the extra point without problem. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Looking to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Oh, he wants it all. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they got him for the sack. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Push down for the tackle.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll run it on the counter. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw underneath.
Offense working from the pistol. Back to the air one more time. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
He's got it again. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to surge it in. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. To throw, it's awesome. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
On third down, going up top. Pulls it in. It's Hills.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Coming after it. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
On second down, he'll let it fly. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. They'll run play action. Feeling some heat. Under pressure and down. down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Fires one high and deep. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking for space. It's Hills. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Dropping back, it's awesome. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Lane. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Well, jet sweep pass. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than...
He's going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. To the air, it's awesome. He makes the connection. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Offense set on first down. Wide out in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Unloads it downfield. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Bulldozes him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he bangs his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals. Yeah,
because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's awesome. Right on target this time. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll take a shot. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll start this drive firing. Pulls it in. It's Lane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Line getting set on second down. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. He'll try it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And here comes the punt team. Fair catch called for and made. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Movement here from the tight end. On the run, it's Hills. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed.
Scanning the field, it's awesome. Makes his connection. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The offense has plenty of time in this final period. They'll try to break this tie. They'll try the run. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Back to throw. It's awesome. Snags it over the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for them.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lanes, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. The short hands. It's Osborne. Oh, it's loose. And the defense got it. And this defense breaks it open as they return it to the house for 6. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
It's just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up. But I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's awesome. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W.